What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So welcome back to the 13s. It's been a very fun, bumpy ride, but we are back at it, closing up 4.83% today. So very positive, good momentum going on with the broader market. But outside of that though, there's things such as this new update. So the 2.0 that I personally feel is giving Lucid a lot of good, positive, kind of stable momentum behind the scenes as well. So I'm going to be going over all that fun stuff. And not only that though, I'm going to be talking on everyone's favorite rumor to talk on, and that is Apple and Lucid. So I'm going to be talking about both things, but before I get into any of that though, making sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe is always greatly appreciated. With that, let's get right to it. So when it comes to this latest update, definitely there's a lot of good things. And not only that though, but it's really maximizing the huge potential for the whole customer experience. And recently NVIDIA did have a conference, the GTC 2022. I did live stream that, so you can always go back and listen to it. But Michael Bell did talk on how they're really trying to innovate and bring up the autonomous driving and so forth and incorporate NVIDIA and how that's all going to work out. But first and foremost, he did talk on how they're trying to make the customer experience even better. And no matter what, from the get-go, I know Lucid's had a little bit more difficulty with production and various other things, but nonetheless, I've never heard any bad experience coming from a customer standpoint. So I think that's one very good thing that it definitely helps Lucid stand out. And not only that though, this is a very, very big update. So definitely this is very telling of what Lucid is, and it really puts Lucid in that mentality of a tech company. So let me know your thoughts on that. One thing after reviewing this though, because when they initially came out with this, I did do a video saying that the Apple CarPlay was going to be coming out, being incorporated in this. Unfortunately, based on what I see, it doesn't look like it is. Last big update though, that is where the Apple CarPlay was more so assumed that it was going to be incorporated in that. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it was. So this is where a lot of the assumption was that this big update, so the UX 2.0, was going to incorporate the Apple CarPlay, but it doesn't appear as though that is accurate. Let me know your thoughts on that. I personally feel that is going to be a very big selling point and definitely encumber that customer satisfaction, customer experience if you do have the Apple CarPlay, which is a very good transition. I'm going to be talking on the Apple Car potentially or partnership in a little bit, but in case you guys have not taken a look at this, there's a lot of good highlights as far as updates. Just like I said, talking about the customer satisfaction and experience, Dream Drive and Dream Drive Pro is definitely going to really establish on that. And one thing that I haven't really seen any news or updates on is the price point possibly increasing on the Dream Drive, or Pro I should say, because on the actual vehicles we already know that they did increase that based on the after Q1, but unfortunately after that they haven't really talked on any other increases in price, more specifically the Dream Drive. So it'd be very interesting to see if they're going to be raising the prices on that. But like I said, a lot of the customer satisfaction and customer experience is going to be very much improved on this. So like I said, I think this is a very good foundation point for Lucid, and definitely is one of those things that helps Lucid set them apart from other EVs. Which overall though could be one reason why ever since this ultimately got announced, a lot more big money has been getting in. That's why I've been able to tell based on the secondary market and also the dark pool. So I've been always really monitoring that. Definitely gives you a lot of insight to what insiders and what institutions are thinking about Lucid, for instance. So this is all the dark pool transactions as of today. So pretty a good amount. I know it's technically not as much as a lot of us are used to, but definitely we're in a different environment now. So I think a lot of the GDP, retail sales have really sparked a lot of potential fear in the market. So I think a lot of institutions are very hesitant to go all back into Lucid, but definitely still a nice change of events that is happening. And one thing that did come out that really sparked my Apple Lucid kind of rumor in my head once again is this. So very interesting, the fact that as far as the correlation between any Lucid studios and Apple locations, all basically a 1 to possibly 5 minute walk. So very interesting. Is that something, is it correlated? Might be just jumping at rumors here. I'm not really sure. But in general though, this is pretty good. Hats off to the EV guy for finding this, or I guess kind of looking at this. So in general though, this is all fine and dandy, but keep in mind, we are officially in Q4. Apple has announced, saying that it's going to be 2022 is when they do announce their partnership and who that's going to be. I did do a whole video on this exact same thing, on who it possibly could be as far as a partnership and things like that, because in general though, Apple has already stated that they really want someone that can increase as far as the production. And at the time of doing this video, which was on September the 6th, this was before that rumor about 40 to 50 vehicles. This is also before they really started to ramp up on production. I think there was a lot of still ambiguous scenarios going on as far as that goes. So as far as the Apple Lucid partnership at that stage, I think it was all fair to say that it was out. But given that Lucid is now really ramping up on production, it definitely goes to show that possibly it could be a possible partnership in some sense. I'm not really sure, but definitely does make sense as far as what Apple does try to entail and also what Lucid does. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. But like I said, this is a little bit more interesting. And of course, if you do get a lot of these kind of situations where it's a lot of questionable, like what if, definitely could adds to the allure of this whole possible partnership. So let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Also, if you are looking on a finite detail on exactly what Apple is looking for in a actual automotive company, then definitely take a look at this video. So it came out on September the 6th. That's when I posted that. And as you can see right here, the Apple CarPlay. So this is when hypothetically this news did come out about this new update per se. So again, it's one of those things. It would be very nice to see the Apple CarPlay in a Lucid. Definitely would add to the customer experience, because I think a lot of individuals have Apple products one way or another. So I definitely think that will increase customer satisfaction. But let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Generally, a lot of positive things is happening in the broader market as of right now. And not only that though, I think what is happening with the PIF behind the scenes is all very bullish. So I recently showed you the latest 13F from the PIF. Clearly they are increasing their positions, not necessarily so much in Lucid, but a lot of other spec stocks, which all shows that basically they're very bullish on the broader market, because a lot of them, such as Shopify, that they're increasing their position in, that is a very spec play and very dependent on the broader market succeeding and being in a little bit more of a bullish rally. So clearly they're very bullish, and even more so with the whole fear about Credit Suisse, it does look like they might be a little bit more interested in that. So never know, right? The PIF is definitely expanding, and this is the time that you should add when there is a lot of blood in the market. As I always say, keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence at the end of the day. But with all that, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe, is always greatly appreciated. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about a possible Apple partnership. Do you really think it's going to be Lucid? Do you think it's going to be another automotive company, possibly Tesla or Rivian, or I don't know, who knows? I'm just throwing out names here, but you guys get what I'm saying. Let me know if you truly do feel that it is going to be Lucid as far as a partnership. But with all that, don't forget, like I said, hit that thumbs up, is always greatly appreciated. But with all that, let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.